Posted a video yesterday about washing dishes. It's from a live I'd done a couple months earlier, 7 weeks earlier. Still got dishes. I guess kind of cleaning and motivation and inspiration are kind of a lifelong struggle, if you will. Something you're always working on and always trying to get a little better or more in touch with spirituality or goodness or Jesus or, in this case, cleaning. Never a battle, a metaphor for life. It's a battle you're never going to win because it just keeps growing. Mess if you let it. It's kind of interesting. Hello, Rainey. Hello, Betty Lynn, and hello, Angela. I appreciate you wishing I was having a good morning. I'm just getting started. Just brewed up my coffee. Trying to figure out what cup I should use. We'll go with the coffee with Ken one today. Pour myself a cup of coffee, find a seat. Hello, Mark. Oh. Hello, Marion from Scotland. I appreciate you joining me on this early afternoon in Scotland. Should have you hook up with my cousins over there. They probably have, you and they probably have their own friends. But it'd be kind of fun. Hey, my name is, what is your name again? Marion. I'm from Scotland too. Hey, I'm Elizabeth or Colin or Mandy or the rest. Hello, Mary. Hello, Chicago guy. And Batty Lynn, who I believe might be from Detroit, is been outside for 30 minutes saying it's a little chilly. I just looked at the weather for the next few days, kind of curious what it's going to be like this weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. I got my two daughters coming up. Good morning, Richard Sternicle. How are you? Again, I have my two daughters coming up. And it's going to be rainy all weekend. Rainy and kind of cold. And there was a air quality alert in Appleton, Wisconsin. I looked at the map and it was all orange. And it had an air quality of like 157. I don't know what that is on a scale of. But 157 sounded like, I don't know, a bad air quality. Let's see. Oh yeah, Wisco's finest. I'm always back on. I'm always back on. Hey, guess what I got I got home from work last night at like 10:30. And I found a box in my building. It's a big box. You guys know what that is? It doesn't look like what it's going to be. Let's see. Vacation, if that's the badass one, will not want me outside. Yeah. Mark, it is a mattress. It is a mattress. I almost thought I'd open it up when I got home, but apparently it's like a hybrid foam mattress with layers of foam and layers of coils or something like that. No, it's not a headboard. It's actually a mattress, Patty Lynn. I'm not going to get a headboard. I don't really have a need. I mean, I kind of could see where you could use a headboard, like if you're going to put your pillows up against it and maybe read in bed. I guess the headboard would make some sense. But for me, I don't know. I'm not getting a headboard. But I do have a queen bed frame coming today, and I have a mattress in a box over there. Want my girls to have a bed to sleep in, plus maybe it'll be time. I've put the rest of the home together, and it'll be time to sleep on a real bed. But I've been, I mean, I've got no issues with the air mattress. It's mostly an ego-driven thing. I want my girls to be impressed with Dad's put-together home. How was my Ken Day yesterday? I did not have a Ken Day yesterday. I worked. I trained. I don't know, Marion. I don't know who he is. Your wife's friends at your pickleball league were saying that it's a red flag if a man does not have a headboard. Well, tell your wife's friends that if they're using the word red flag, it's a red flag for me. I've talked enough about that, but I mean, I'm 56. If you think my headboard is a red flag about me, you got another thing coming. I got way bigger red flags than a lack of a headboard. I mean, if they think a lack of a headboard is a red flag, what about an air mattress? What about sleeping in your car? Are those red flags? I'm screwed. I got so many red flags, but I think it's all okay. And I'm not going to run out to get a headboard to impress your wife's friends in the pickleball league with which you play. Good morning, JK. I have no agenda for this weekend. And good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is, what day is it? It's Thursday morning. I think it's June 12th, 7:12 a.m. Happy Thursday. It's a little show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings, sharing a little bit about life, sharing kind of the journey of one man as he goes through life. But for those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking. You know, it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I'm so excited to have my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. I really do enjoy the Sumatra. I really do enjoy the Sumatra. I sound like a narrator, said the man they call Drunken Scott. Is that what you call it? Oh no, the man they call Drunken Man. Said I sounded like a narrator. I hear I have a voice. I should read books, uh, audiobooks, or be on the radio or what have you. So maybe that's why I sound like a narrator. Maybe I'm an AI character. Maybe I don't even exist. It's kind of weird listening to a video or watching a video and realize that it's an AI voice. It's going to really put guys like me with good voices that want to do narration out of a job. If they can figure out how to get the AI guys to pronounce the words correctly, I'm screwed. They have fake voices. They have fake thoughts. I don't know. You know how I feel about AI. Marion restricts her cup of coffee to 1 a day. I wonder why you do that, Marion. Do I believe in aliens? I think if the universe is anywhere near as large as anybody says, that there's got to be other life on other planets. Unless the theists are correct and God created Earth yeah. Do I ever read a bedtime story to myself? No. I never read bedtime stories to myself. But, let's see. Well, I might as well just leave it for a little bit. I almost have too many people on. Okay. Marion had a kidney transplant in 2023 and had to watch the potassium content, which coffee is full of. Is coffee really full of potassium? I mean, that seems like a good thing. You don't get too much potassium. Somebody says their mother would like to go to Costco with me for dinner someday. I mean, it sounds like a cost-effective date for sure. You're going to have to break it to your mother that I don't have a Costco membership. That might be a red flag. Probably to your mother it would. What do you get at Costco for dinner? I've never been to Costco for dinner. I don't think I've ever had one of their hot dogs. I think a friend of mine, maybe you can buy those huge hot dogs, and she cooked it at home for me. But I don't think I've ever gone to Costco and said, give me a hot dog or give me pizza. I know they exist. I applied at Costco a couple of years ago. I actually applied at Costco about 6 months ago. They didn't hire me either time. Well, it kind of hurts my feelings. I was talking to my daughter yesterday. She was getting a little frustrated with her job search in the summer. And she has a job, but she was looking for a job that pay a little more at work at night, maybe. And she was a little frustrated. Searching for a job sure can be frustrating. Do I live stream every time I drink coffee? No. But every time I live stream, I drink coffee. Subtle difference, but significant. Would I suggest social media to daughters? Like in what form? What do you mean, would I suggest? Believe me, they know it exists. I don't have to introduce them to Snapchat. Somebody else did it for me. Them being content creators, I don't know. I mean, would they have any desire? You'd have to want to be kind of crazy to do a bunch of different things in life. Uh, yeah. I mean, you gotta be driven. My oldest wants to become a vet. You know, I think that's a great profession, but you gotta really want it, I think, to work in summer times cleaning out dog poop from cages and stuff. You gotta go through a lot of stuff. I think you gotta find what you wanna do. I could help them start up their channels this weekend. They probably know more about setting up channels than me. I don't think they have any desire to get on and be content creators. I'm not doing this to be a content creator. Content creating found me. I was just trying to send out a message to some friends that I'm doing okay, and that I had a bad day the day before, and I worked out, went to the gym to deal with some stuff. Everybody got worried about me. Instead of reaching out to all of them separately, I just threw a video on Facebook. People watched it and said, wow, listen to that guy talk. He could be a narrator. He's got a voice for radio. Or is he really Hank Schrader or Johnny Sins? I'd never heard of Hank Schrader or Johnny Sins back then. I was just me. So yeah, I never set out to be a content creator. If social media had a definition, it should say, check out Coffee with Ken. He is social. I am that one guy that does that one thing. Marion says, it's so good to see you. I appreciate you putting it in quotes, normal. She said, it's good to see a normal person on YouTube. I don't watch any videos. So I don't really know I don't even consider competition. I'm not fighting for an audience. I'm just having a cup of coffee and seeing if you wanted to join me. Have I ever done a retrospective show, like top 10 Ken moments throughout the years? No. Sylvia says, 6 years later and you're still talking through the same stuff. I think life's a journey. I don't think you get over anything. I think every day you talk about cleaning or inspiration or spirituality or getting in good shape. Do you want me to change what I believe or think's important and talk about something to interest you, Sylvia? That's not going to happen. Good morning. Thomas, the first cup is really nice. How is the vibe in Green Bay at a diner at 6 a.m. on game day? I don't know. I came up here February 12th. There has been no Green Bay Packer game. I'm imagining these guys wear a lot of Green Bay jerseys. But I kind of think it's cool. I respect something small townish about the whole state of Wisconsin that feels right. Let's see. Good morning, Grace. Let's see. Let's see. Grace, I'm not so into weekend. Oh, I mean, I'm into weekends this weekend because I took the weekend off my job. But other than that, outside of my daughters coming, they all kind of blur together when I'm up here. I work all the time. Let's see. Do I have any specific plans for me and my daughters this weekend? No. I don't have any specific plans for me and my daughters this weekend. I investigated where we could go swimming, found out where pools are, but then I looked at the weather, it's gonna be like 70 degrees and rainy. Not to mention my daughter Morgie's a lifeguard. I don't know how much time she's gonna wanna spend sitting at a pool. Good morning, Bob Ballard. How are you? Good morning, JV Joe. I don't see us making. We've done. You can find a family. You can find my daughters on there somewhere. One of my earliest YouTube videos, and I don't even know what it is or what the secret to it is, but I had my girls in the dark apartment. Good morning, Mobsidian. And I think there was a TikTok thing going around or a YouTube, I don't know, where you put like a broomstick behind your back and somehow you'd get it in front of you. And I watched my girls do it and I practiced and we shot a video and there's a video of that. Not a great video by any means, but it's kind of funny. There's certainly some videos, I'm sure, with my older daughters. I know with my little ones occasionally. The way I say morning is very cowboy-esque. Oh. Oh yeah. Well, we got a fun audience today. A lot of people hopping on. Why do people think watching golf is interesting? Why? I mean, okay, a lot of the times, most of the times in my life, I've watched golf. I was drinking and usually smoking pot. And that makes a lot of things interesting. Makes doing nothing kind of interesting. But I was a huge Tiger Woods fan for his whole career. I remember reading an article about him being a 15-year-old playing, I think, in the LA Open or something like that in Sports Illustrated, and watched him as an amateur and watched him as a pro and watched him through his highs and lows in his life. You know, I get grief. And I'm just a guy doing his best, living in an apartment in Appleton, Wisconsin. If you get that well known that you're Tiger Woods, you're going to get a lot of people saying mean things about you. Yeah. But anyway, I enjoyed watching Tiger Woods' greatness. And he was great. You know, I wasn't around when Jack Nicklaus was a young guy. But I mean, I saw him for part of his career. And I don't think there's anybody that's ever been as awesome as Tiger Woods. Scotty Scheffler's a pretty dang good golfer. Couldn't pick him out of a crowd, I don't think. Somebody can extract my speech from YouTube videos with a Python code. which use AI technology. Huh. JK is saying Tiger was a serial cheater. You mean on his wife? But I mean, is that just us gossiping? I mean, I hate to say it doesn't matter. I mean, I was disappointed, which seems crazy, when the whole dissolution of his marriage happened. But I don't know. You know, we all sin and we all do things. And Tiger's was very public, unfortunately, for him and his family. Yeah. Mark Ferris, was there ever infidelity on either end? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I can only speak for myself. Yeah, no, I don't think I may cheat on my girlfriend type of guy. I worry. I have a temper. I used to drink too much. But I just feel too guilty cheating on somebody I cared about. James says Tiger's image was a clean-cut guy before that, the great role model. Yeah, but James, you could almost get more out of, you know, if you're so squeaky clean, and I think that's part of the value of my show, is that you know, if you're trying to inspire people, and every day you wake up and you're going, yay, yay, come on, Buffy, let's go for a run. And your whole life is rainbows and butterflies. Most people can't relate to that. And Tiger seemed like untouchable, perfect human being, good-looking kid, $1 million smile, hit the golf ball a mile and make every putt, and beautiful wife. But I mean, I think we can draw inspiration from his fall from grace a little bit and his struggles as well. Did I ever date a customer as a realtor? I mean, I was married most of the time I was a realtor. I don't think I ever dated a customer. I mean, wait. There maybe it was a person I was dating that we looked at homes together, but it wasn't like I met a customer and started dating her. But I was married most of the time. Most of the time I was a realtor. Tiger lived around the corner from you, Taz? You were from California, that's right. He was out in somewhere in California, wasn't he? Sylvia says the Appleton website says there's a free trolley car that does a panoramic tour of the town. Oh, are you talking for this weekend? What was my life like when I worked at Lehman's? When I worked at Lehman Brother, it was it was actually the year before my senior years when I started there. My brother was young but big and growing person in the brokerage business. And I was working that summer, the summer before my senior year. I called it an apprenticeship, but it was really, I was just a cold caller who sat at a desk and wore a tie and dialed the phone all day and handed off the contacts to a senior broker. So my life at Lehman, and then I went back after college, worked at Lehman for a while. Uh, yeah. Nothing too dramatic. I was making $5 an hour at my time at Lehman. I started making money when I went out on my own, and then went over to Gruntle and Company, and was at Bear Stearns for a while as well. What was my favorite job? I mean, I look back nostalgically on shoveling snow. And there were times I really enjoyed working at Target. There's times I really enjoyed what I've done over the last 4 months. And part of me, I mean, the part of me liked being a realtor, but I never felt like I was getting a whole heck of a lot done. You know, I was trying to find new people to show homes to or help sell their homes. But as many people as want to be a realtor, to me, I didn't find it very fulfilling. You know, I've worked at jobs. When I was out in Yellowstone, there were times I go, I really like being a waiter. I'm making a difference. I'm improving these guys, my customers' evenings. They're enjoying themselves with me talking to them or sharing stories. Target was good because I felt productive every day. I had a job to do, and I went and did it. For me, I always like feeling productive. And as a realtor, I struggled feeling productive. I didn't like being a stockbroker at all. I mean, the only thing cool about it was fancy cars and nice clothes and women. I mean, there's a place in life for fancy cars, nice clothes, and women. But that can't be all it's about. And you could kind of say that about relationships as well. I've been in relationships that were for the wrong reason. Yeah. I'm going to get a little more coffee. And if you're in a career for the wrong reason or a relationship for the wrong reason, it's probably not going to go too well. And I know that from experience. I'm coming over here, I'm changing the temperature. Got a little sun peeking through, so the air conditioner's kicking on high, and I'm feeling a little bit of a chill. Have we talked about my bed that I'm going to have? Bed in a box. Kind of want to wait till my girls are here, but to open it up so they know they're going to be the first person that slept on my bed. But I've heard on these type of things, it takes a while for them to kind of inflate, if you will. And also that sometimes there's a chemical smell for a little while when you buy these what are they called? Foam mattress or whatever. Where am I from? I live in Wisconsin. Richard, I do not remember you. I do not remember you. What part? I live in Appleton. Do I want to go to subscriber only? Does anybody out there want me? My voice sounds majestic for some reason. Ever happy dude says air out the bed. All right, well, I'm working again today. And but I'm not working till 3. Apparently the frame is coming in and could put it together and air out the mattress. But I don't own sheets. I I have a bear's blanket that I'm using as a sheet on my air mattress and a sleeping bag that I'm covering under. I'm gonna have to get some sheets and a comforter for my mattress on Friday. I have the day off. I think I'm taking the day off Friday. I had to take off various blocks of work for job number 1 so I could train for job number 2. And I felt kind of weird thinking about it this morning. I came to Appleton and have been working hard and I've really enjoyed my job, and it's allowed me to cover my financial responsibilities, pay my bills, and rent a cool apartment and put together furnish a 1-bedroom apartment on a limited budget. So it's allowed me to do a lot, and I like a lot of the people that I work with. And yesterday I started training at job number 2. And anytime you start a new job, it's kind of stressful because you don't know what you're doing. You're trying to help out, but you're also trying to stay out of the way. Yeah. Mobsidian's asking job number 2. Job number 1, I work hard, it's physical, and at 40 hours a week, I can slightly cover my bills and get ahead enough to, over 2 months, put together and decorate an apartment. But I can't make much more. But I like the people, I'm good at it. And job number 2, I trained at yesterday. I think the income potential's larger. The social factor won't be as much. The commute's a little further. But the people seem kind there. Let's see. Giving up. We only talked yesterday. Or do you outsource? I don't know, Richard Goldens. Do I outsource? You mean, do I have somebody answer my comments for me? Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, I almost would like to. When people comment, even mean comments on your videos, I have a want to respond to them. And I think it was from being a realtor. I think it's polite to respond to people. But I'm weaning myself from that feeling and don't think I need to get back to everybody. I can't be responsible for the world. Oh. Reluctant Gamer is saying, put God first, let's go. When you have faith in God, it does give you a strength that I don't think I had most of my life. Eric Yoder is liking my live stream because I'm really genuine. Well, thank you. Good morning, Cosmo G4. John Dowd says, that's a natural response. Actually, a lot of streamers do that. What do you mean? Respond to everybody or not respond at all? I think it'd be better off not responding to anybody on anybody's comments. I mean, on this, I like it because it gives me the content and people bring up subjects. But if I post a video on, I don't know, politics or religion or the stock market and somebody calls me a dumbass for my opinion on whatever topic it is, I feel like I have a need to defend myself or convince this person. And that's probably my bad, because I don't need to defend myself or convince this person. But as a human being, if somebody calls me a dumbass, whatever the topic may be, it's hard just letting it go sometimes. John Dowd says, I think your brain focuses on negative comments first. Yeah, probably. Juan de la Cruz doesn't like Real Madrid. What date live am I doing right now? Am I editing? 7 weeks ago, I think it's like April, I don't know, 17th or something. I think I'm on Thursday or Friday of 7 weeks ago, so I'm way behind. Yeah. Hello, Timothy from Angola, New York. There's really an Angola, New York? Isn't Angola a country in Africa? How do I store all that data of the lives to edit? Well, they're all on YouTube. And I download 5 every few days, and they go on my phone and on my computer. And that's it. So I leave them on YouTube till I'm ready to download them. Does that make sense? JK says traffic sucks today in Pittsburgh. I wonder why that is, JK. You got me kind of intrigued by Pittsburgh. Yeah. I'm really loving Appleton, but as my older girls get older and my younger ones' residence is in a bit of state of flux, and my family is passed on or moved away, and my friends are maturing in the western suburbs, I feel really good that I left the suburbs of Chicago and have experienced some new things over the last couple of years. Yeah, that I tried Yellowstone, that I tried California, but that was a long time ago. But even coming up to Wisconsin, just experiencing different people. I'm not one that necessarily believes the grass is always greener, but I don't know, I think for me it was just ready to move out of the suburbs of Chicago or Naperville. Is it better to be transient or change my address? Well, I was certainly transient for a while. I was living in a hotel. I was living in an extended stay. There was a period I was living in my car. It feels really nice having an address, furnishing it in a way that I'm proud of, and owning some things. But at the same time, not being tied down too much to my things or my location or whatever, that I could go to Pittsburgh if I really wanted to. Everett Burns says he lived in Hinsdale. I didn't live in Hinsdale. I did live in Hinsdale for about 6 months, but that was a long, long time ago. To skip over a lot of comments. Ken tends to skip over a lot of comments. He'd not be good as a therapist. Because I skip over comments? I mean, I get 10 comments a minute. What do you want me to do? I mean, honestly. Yeah. I'd be kind of curious what you want me to do, Rebecca Tracy. You rarely say anything positive on my stream, but what do you want me to do? I get 10 comments a minute. Do I date black women? I've dated, but it wasn't really a date. One black woman, but it's so I don't have any rules against dating black women, but I just never really have outside of a date or two with one 30 years ago. Uh, do I date Asians? I don't think I've ever dated an Asian woman. Again, but I don't have any hard and fast rules about anything. I think we're generally kind of attracted to who we're attracted to. And that's okay. You know, not every person's going to want to date a bald man, but that doesn't mean they're bad. I mean, if they're not attracted to tall men, short men, you know, we're all attracted to something. Let's see. I look like Gary Owens. I don't know who that is. Who's Gary Owens? Oh, yeah. He's a basketball player? Gary Owens? I'm not sure that he is. I mean, he could be. Was an American disc jockey, voice actor, announcer, and radio personality. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. Somebody says Gary Owens is a comedian. I love that you guys provide, that some of you get on Google and search it up. He's funny. Will I meet you at Dr. Jekyll's? I don't know who you are, and I don't know what Dr. Jekyll's is. So the odds of me meeting you at Dr. Jekyll's isn't very high. If somebody wanted to meet, I'd probably meet most people for a cup of coffee, man or woman, here in Appleton. Dr. Jekyll's is on College. I can't picture it. Somebody thinks it's gross when somebody only dates a certain race. To you, it's fetishism. You think it's gross when somebody only dates a certain race. I mean, I think the way you're phrasing it is just hostile. I would guess most Asian people date Asian people, and most black people probably date black people, and most Hispanic people generally date Hispanic people, and most Indian people probably date Indian people, and most white people probably usually date white people. And I don't know why that is, but I'm sure it's what the way it works out. I try and be kind of open about stuff because I think there's a group of people that are trying to blame racism for anything, and I think we ignore some obvious things. What would the monthly payment be on a scooter? Well, I could buy a used scooter for $2,000, maybe $3,000, let's say. I sold mine for 1,700. It was well traveled, but I loved it, and that guy got a great deal. But I don't plan to make payments on a scooter. I'd love to have one though. Bears or Packers? I mean, Bears, I guess. I've always been a Bears fan, but my fandom has faded. To me, I felt like I started having better things to do than care so much about a football team of $1 million athletes. Oh, let me have a little more coffee. We've got a very vibrant audience today. We got 67 people watching. We got 42 thumbs up. And we're already 51 minutes in. Wonder if apartment 420 is out there. I put too much on myself because I woke up this morning thinking about a viewer that I've had the last couple days that was stopping drinking, and he'd gotten on and had talked about how proud he felt about himself for not drinking the last couple days. And I woke this morning, I was going, hey, I wonder if this guy drank yesterday or not, or if he's going to be on the show, or how much do we want to applaud him for not drinking every day? But I guess at some point you got to stop drinking for you. And you can't just do it for the accolades of me or your dad or your mom or your wife or your husband. You got to stop drinking for you, because I'm not going to be there with apartment 420 as he goes through his day and is tempted by a bar or a friend or a cocktail. He's got to do it for himself. Hello, Learn. How are you? So anyway, it's Thursday morning. We've got a great audience. And 7, it's not yet 8 o'clock. I get to go to work at about 3 o'clock today. Day number 2 for training. Brick said, you quit drinking 2 years ago. It wasn't out of control, but it wasn't great for me. Yeah, well, it's certainly not great drinking for anybody. And I don't know when it becomes out of control and when it is in control. You know, like how many people drink just a couple times a week, a little bit. Marcus says he was an alcoholic for many years. Fresh says when they get angry, they want to drink, and they need to resolve that somehow. Probably work on your anger more than work on your drinking, because it sounds to me, yeah, like you have anger issues and the drinking is a solution to it. So if you kind of maybe put your arms around the fact that you get angry from time to time and you're okay with that, I think that's a good first step to dealing with any issues, getting okay with those issues and saying, all right, I'm a guy with a temper and I get pissed off. All right, that's okay. I forgive myself for that. Why do I get pissed off? Why do I let other things bother me? Why do I let people get under my skin? And believe me, I've been doing it. Going through those same feelings. But at some point realized that drinking certainly makes your emotions worse. And I know I used to get really angry when I get drunk. It was uncontrollable. Yeah. Let's see. You maybe used to be an alcoholic, Marcus said. I don't know what an alcoholic really means. John said I'd make a good therapist. I think I kind of would. Did I take Adderall? No, I've never taken Adderall. Is that like some high intense caffeine that people use for ADHD or whatever? Apparently it calms people down, but I don't know how, or it gets people focused. It means you can't drink. If you're an alcoholic, you can't drink. But I wonder what sets that person apart from other people. I mean, should any of us drink? Fresh, if you may, how about you work on just forgiving yourself for your anger today, Fresh Motions? They said they're going to work on not letting others get under your skin. That sounds like something that would cause more agitation than, that's not what you mean. Maybe work on forgiving yourself for getting pissed off from time to time. I gotta sneeze again. I sneeze about once a show. Marcus drinks only in social settings anymore. For me, I used to just create the social settings so I could drink. The difference between addiction and moderation is impulse control. Yeah, Fresh Motions, when people get mad at you, you want to get back at them. You sound like me. I know what you... I feel you, because I am the happiest, friendliest guy in the world until I come across a dick who wants to get me angry. And I'm telling you, I grew up with some challenges in my family. And I used to have tantrums. And I remember my brothers would act like they're picking their nose and throwing it in my cereal. I'd pick up the bowl of cereal and throw it at them. And then it sucked because then I'd have to clean it up and I wouldn't even have my cereal anymore. Am I related to Mike Hawk? No. Want one drink. Yeah, but I'm not related to Mike Hawk. Is he the skater? Is that the skater? I think it is. We've got a tough guy here. Is that me? Am I the tough guy? Is it true that men from the States will fight each other for cheeseburgers? Marcus Roth, I do apparently. Oh, Tony Hawk is the skater. Wisco Finest says, sounds like I've got a short fuse. Yeah. Somebody will fight a toddler for a cheeseburger. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. How are you today? I hope your week's going well. I'm gonna get a little more coffee. Is Grace still here? Is Grace still watching my show? I know Julie is. We got a lot of viewers that are very quiet. Can't tell if they're here or not, but I appreciate that. Scott says okay. Scott, I don't even remember who Scott is, but Scott has green lettering on his name, which means I think he is subscribed to my, not only subscribed, but he's, I don't know, pays to do something on my show. From where am I? I like the way that's phrased. From where are you? Hey, Julie Flanagan, I got a mattress. Look, it's in a box over there. Have a bed frame coming in today. Don't ask if I have a headboard. I don't. I hear that's a red flag. Let's see. Am I in Cali? No, I am not. I'm not in Cali. Julie, you promised me good weather on Father's Day weekend if I moved up to Wisconsin. It looks like it's going to rain all weekend. It's kind of scary having your two daughters that you want to have a great time with coming. They're used to hanging out with their friends. It's not like they and their mom do hang out all weekend either. Yeah, it will be. Hope they help me do a little shopping. Was thinking I could take them to a plant store and they'll each pick me out a plant and we'll name it after them. Maybe give them money to do what they want to match the plant or something. I don't know. But I'll have a plant named Aaron and a plant named Morgie. That'll be fun. Bring them to Dr. Jekyll's. Bricktonium says, get some green in there. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. I believe in small changes. So having a plant, which I added in the corner the other day, has got to help a little bit. Putting a little oxygen out into my little ecosystem that it's my apartment. Hello, a decaffeinated 8-note. How are you? Where am I from? Good morning, apartment 420. How are you? We were talking about you a little bit ago. Do not, okay, somebody capitalized. Do not listen to a single word this man has to say about anything. Yeah. All in caps. We talked about this yesterday. And if anybody's writing all in caps, talk about a red flag. Okay. Coffee is drug. There you go, all caps again. I got to figure out what this Dr. Jekyll's is. Learning says, don't worry about idiots. Well, that's one of my favorite quotes. Never argue with an idiot. They'll drag you down to their level and beat the crap out of you with experience. Hello, Benjamin. How are you? Am I the guy that's done the Yellow song? You mean Coldplay? I think they did a song called Yellow. There we go, all caps. Let me see what will happen. Let me see. Dr. Jekyll's is a pub where people go to hide. I mean, that's humorous, but I'm not sure if you're correct about that. I don't plan on taking my girls to a pub. What's so weird is I think in Wisconsin, I could go to a bar and me and my daughters could sit up at the bar and we could get drunk even though they're underage. I think that's true. That seems so strange to me. Which brand do I suggest for coffee lovers? Well, I'm really enjoying the Starbucks Sumatra. What do you think about that, Julie? I mean, I guess if they're your kids, it still seems so weird to me. When is the first real life meet and greet in the Netherlands by Ken? Well, I've never been to the Netherlands. So I don't plan on okay, Wisconsin's legal drinking age is 21, but people under 21 can legally drink alcoholic beverages in establishments such as taverns and restaurants with their parents, guardians, or spouses. Yeah, no, I don't want to bring my girls to a bar. But it's weird you can. It's interesting that I relocated to Wisconsin, a state that has a love affair with alcohol. I don't know if states really have a love affair with anything. Somebody says take them golfing. I was going to tell them to bring their clubs up in case they wanted to play, but I don't know if we'll golf or not, but they could bring their clubs up. Well, Beta Ben. You see that? Somebody likes my sign hanging on the wall. That's not a sign. This is a picture, a painting. Greetings from Athens, Greece. I don't get near enough viewers from Greece. John Dowd goes to Wisconsin for the cheese. Beer to me is like drinking cold pee. That sounds yucky. Yeah, it's a painting. It's a painting. It's very valuable. It wouldn't be very valuable to many other people unless they were named Ken and they drank a lot of coffee. Let's see, if you earn a YouTube plaque, will you replace it in that, will I put it in that painting spot? Well, the odds of me getting a YouTube plaque while I'm in this apartment are, I mean, you need 100,000 subscribers. My lease is up in about 9-10 months. I mean, I can always re-sign it. I hope to re-sign it. But I don't see a need to put the YouTube plaque up in that exact spot. What I'm going to need is an office. If I get a plaque, I might need an office. I'll put my diploma up behind me, my YouTube plaques. Do I ever want to get fancy cameras? There was a guy on some social media platform that he was saying what he's done in the last year and a half, and it's because he posted a lot on social media and apparently made a lot of money, and how he's got fancy cameras and all this stuff. Does YouTube allow me to go live while driving? I don't know. I know TikTok will shut you down. Most streamers display their YouTube plaque over their shoulders, so it's always on screen. I don't know that I need to do that. I like my picture. It's a priceless painting. I was paying $1,500 in the hotel. What does my apartment cost? My apartment costs $1,100 here. You pay electricity, but everything else is free. I love my apartment. Learning says they have friends from America. You shouldn't drink alcohol much because when you're getting older, it causes serious health issues. Apartment 420 says you can drive on YouTube Live. You've seen it many times. Would I extend my lease if they offered me $900 a month? I mean, I'd extend it for almost anything. I love my apartment. I don't want to jump too far ahead. I still think, I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't know, my credit score's going up, my income's stabilized, and I could really do various things going forward. But I love my apartment. I looked into renting a bigger apartment in this building. I don't even need a bigger apartment, but it'd be cool to have, I don't know. I think where I'm at is perfect, though. I think I live in a beautiful apartment in a beautiful location. So right now, my plan would be to extend my lease. I don't think they're going to lower my rent. That's not the way it usually goes. Do I ever give myself a pat on the back? Oh, yeah. I realized where I was 6 months ago and how I felt and what I've been through the last 6 years and how I'm feeling better every day and getting financially more healthy and growing coffee with Ken. So yeah, I give myself a pat on the back. I think we all should. Thomas Bellows saying, stick with what I have. Yeah. Am I working? Yes, I am. I actually have. Can I count this as a job? I mean, I spend a few hours a day on content creation. Seems like I should be able to count it as a job. If I count it as a job, I'd say I have 3 jobs right now. Since yesterday was day 1 of training at job number 2. And it went very well, and I think I was well liked at job number 2, and I think I did a nice job, but I still was just training. So yeah. What is the purpose of this channel? To change the world, to make the world a better place, to make people feel okay about where they are and who they are and the direction they're going, and that life's worth living, and that you're not alone. How many subs do I have? I don't know, like 7,800. I'll tell you, somebody asked earlier where I edit all these lives and they become shorts and reels and TikToks. And the video I'm editing 7 weeks ago, I had 6,500 subscribers, and now I got 7,800. So it seems to be growing. You know. Yeah. Scott says connection with others. All right. Do I have wonderful neighbors? Honestly, I don't even really know any of my neighbors. There's an old guy that lives in the building named Dennis. When I was applying to the apartment, he's a Navy veteran, likes to talk a lot. I like to talk. I like veterans. I respect that they put their life on the line for our freedoms, and knew he had stories to tell. And he came down he was down in the lobby when and he goes, so what are you doing now? I go, I don't know. I'm just finishing up the application. You want to go for coffee? Sure. So I went for coffee. He's a nice neighbor, but I really don't know many of my neighbors. It's such a quiet little building. Let's see. I have a perfect veteran face. Did I see the full moon last night? No. I don't really do a whole lot of interviews, just very special people. Not that Dennis isn't special. I mean, if he wanted to be interviewed, I would. I interviewed Julie Flanagan. That was a pretty popular one. I interviewed a politician in Naperville. That was pretty popular. I'll tell you what, doing interviews is easier than doing this. Although doing this is pretty easy too. The only issue I have with doing an interview is I feel stressed because I want to make it a great interview for the person I'm interviewing. Again, I just put stress on myself needlessly all the time. What is my favorite movie? Rocky, says Tom from Pittsburgh. Are there any other content creators in Appleton? I don't know. Are there? Am I a content creator? Is that what I am? Would I go to a meetup group in Appleton just to mingle? Would I? I don't know, sure. You know, if somebody, I have a watcher who's very likely a troll named Mary, who says she lives in Green Bay. I would meet up almost anybody for a cup of coffee. Yeah, I'd almost meet anybody over a cup of coffee. I was a realtor. I used to do that and say, hey, I'll buy you a cup of coffee if you want to get together for coffee. And would meet anybody and buy them a cup of coffee. I still will do that almost, I think. I don't want weirdos, but I'd be willing to buy Mary Bissette or Mary LaMancha or whatever her name is, if she's even a real person, a cup of coffee. You mean like a Facebook group that has weekly mixers? Learning says you live in a residential neighborhood where you have many neighbors. They always check on me to see how I'm doing. Without them, I feel a little lonely. Sometimes we all need somebody. Yeah. But nobody ever takes me up on meeting for coffee. I mean, most of you guys probably don't live in Appleton. It probably wouldn't be that exciting. I'm fairly confident Mary LaMancha or Mary Bissette is a troll because she doesn't take me up on meeting for coffee. So that's my thought on that. I'm not really afraid to meet anybody. Taz says Mary was not a real person. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she wasn't. She chose almost the exact same name of my ex-wife and created a backstory, but I don't know. It seems awfully weird to do. Well, Mobsidian, if I pay for your flight, you'll grab a cup of coffee with me. I mean, Mobsidian, you're asking an awful lot for me to do to buy you a cup of coffee. I don't even know who you are other than you comment from time to time. But you want me to pay for your flight to buy you a cup of coffee? I mean, how desperate am I to meet somebody I don't know for a cup of coffee? Somebody says your ex watches your channel. It's weird. Oh, I know the feeling. I don't know what that means. I'm not even going to read that comment. At some point, I would be down to meet for coffee. It would be a short visit. I have 3-week-old twins that would be with you. Well, Schlevel, are you in the Wisconsin area? I would love to meet your twins. I'm telling you, I'm a divorced dad that misses his little ones terribly. And I've been in restaurants and seen little babies. I was in one yesterday. I high-fived a little guy. I have, as a man, I think I have a lot of maternal instincts, and would love to meet you and be able to hold your 3-week-old twins if that would be okay. Yeah. Oh, would I have to buy the twins coffee? Would I get to buy the twins coffee? Do they drink coffee? They're only 3 weeks old. Do you get out and about with your 3-week-old twins? I mean, they're probably sleeping the whole time. Kind of makes it easier. Twins are probably still nursing. Well, that's neither here nor there. Okay. They just get a shot of espresso each. It is a great day. Doobie Hauser. But it's a great day, and it's a great show and a great audience. We got 75 people watching. We got 60 thumbs up. We got 82 minutes of talking. Do I live in Wisconsin? Yes, I do. Am I a cop? No, I'm not. Laura Vega says, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. After I turn the live off, what happens? What happens? I usually grab a banana, grab an apple, eat some fruit, brush my teeth, head out the door, go somewhere. Yesterday I went and worked out and then donated plasma, and came back, took a nap, and then went off to work. Today I don't work till 3. I don't need to work out or donate plasma, so I don't have any plans. The sun is shining. I might go for a nice walk or something like that, but not sure. Angie lives in Wisconsin too. All right. Do I ever miss weed? No, I really don't. To me, I look back on weed as a time of great haze in my life and unclear thinking, and I think I miss the taste of it. If I could take a hit of weed and just get that taste, I'd like it a lot. There is a thriving senior community in Appleton. How many years was I a weed user? I'd say I smoked pretty much every day for 15 years. And I drank pretty much every day for 35 years. But I didn't start smoking pot every day till maybe my early mid-30s or something like that. I would try it from time to time. But I liked it. I like a lot of things too much. I like sugar, I like sex, I like alcohol, and I like drinking too much. And if you let those go, and it's easy once you get started to kind of lose your life in those things. I look 40. Well, I appreciate that. How did I drink at 5 years old? I was thirsty. We have a glorious audience today. Just a glorious audience. I wonder if I picked up any new subscribers. I'll tell you what, every morning I wake up and I'm not thinking that great, and my first thoughts are usually ones of slight fear. But I rally myself and thank God for something. And go, let's go. Was I ever addicted to adult films? No. I've never been, addicted, like I'd want to watch the whole movie or for little bits and pieces. Good morning, Jack Taylor. Where have you been? Council of Memes said you prefer tea. Will I still talk to you? I sure will. Addiction is a touchy subject. I get that play on words, Matt Acoustic. It's a good one. I didn't know what you meant at first, and now I do. And I could keep talking. Wait, did Brian Wilson just die? Am I a Beach Boys fan? I'm not really. I'm not. I mean, they had a lot of popular songs back in the 60s mainly, before I was born even. So I'm not a Beach Boys fan. To say I am would be not true. How do I keep talking? Was this God-given or trained? I think it was God-given. Very funny, Rebecca Tracy. I wish, if I like tea, I do like tea. Well, yeah, Jack Taylor, I don't mean I dislike the Beach Boys, but I never even considered buying a Beach Boys album, if that, back in the day, or a CD. I wish they all could be California girl. I know the songs, but I certainly am not a Beach Boys fan, really. What was my go-to beer? Heineken. And I don't think just because it has the name Ken in it, I think I was a Heinekenaholic. Somebody loves Anchored Steam, and you can't find it in Appleton. Wisco Finest, do you live in Appleton? Do I live in Monroe, Wisconsin? No. Yeah. Why is it always Ronaldo or Messi? Aren't there other soccer players or football players in the world besides Ronaldo or Messi? I mean, that question's been thrown at me for many years. It seems like somebody would think, Pele, yeah, but you're going back. Well, Cass isn't an alcoholic, but they're addicted to shopping at the liquor store. Well, as long as you just shop, but you drink at the liquor store? Have you guys seen the movie Victory? It was with Pele and Sylvester Stallone. I mean, if I had to pick a favorite player, it'd be Messi, but I think he had a really good last game in the World Cup. I don't really have a skin in the game, kind of like I don't have any skin in the game with the Beach Boys. It's not that I don't like the Beach Boys. I've never put a Beach Boys song on a playlist. Not that I don't kind of think, you know what I mean? Batty Lynn says she's addicted to sugar. I don't know if I was always addicted to sugar or if I just stopped drinking and I became addicted to sugar. But it's almost a problem for me. Messi is one of the neatest players ever. And the Cool family hates Messi. Like, why do you hate Messi? Other than he might play for the other team. What would make one hate Messi? I guess I don't know enough about Messi to love him or hate him. Is work-life balance more important than family? After 1 year, I will graduate. Sometimes students fall into the trap of a handsome salary, but working hours are too much. Um, I think you'll find your way. I think we all find our way. And it's cool to ask my thoughts on something, but almost no matter what I say, you're going to find your balance or your way, and you're going to learn your lessons, and we're all going to become old men and women someday and have some parts of our life that could have gone better and some parts that could have gone worse. But I think you'll find your way. I certainly don't think money is by any stretch the end all. I think there's so many better things than money, or more important things than money. I mean, honestly, though, I've been working really hard and I make money every day, and that gives me some peace of mind that I didn't have as a realtor. As a realtor, I'd make more, but it'd come in bunches periodically. And it's nice having something I know I'm going to be able to pay my bills with every month. What are some of my favorite sugar treats? Nutty bars, Little Debbie snack cakes of any kind, any ice cream, Moose Tracks ice cream. Oh my God. Most people on their deathbeds say they wish they had spent more time with family and loved ones. Sure. My happiness is more important than money. Of course. Of course. Because without happiness, money doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. Well, Taz, thank you so much for joining. And I'll tell you what, thank you all for joining. It is Thursday morning. We've had a great audience, and I appreciate you guys for being here. But I'm ready to have a little fruit and get started with my day. Looking forward to my day, and I hope you're looking forward to your day as well. I want to thank you so much for joining today, and I appreciate you for being here. Apartment 420, thank you for hopping on. And thank you all for hopping on, and thank you all for joining. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Hope you're had a great night's sleep. Hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.